Hey y'all, Rogue here with Drama and Trauma. Today's story is from Am I the Jerk subreddit. Am I the jerk for telling my mother-in-law she is not allowed to call herself my child's guardian ever again? I'm 36 male, married to my wife, 35 female, for 6 years. We have one kid, 6 years old. My wife's mom has always been intense, like the kind of person who speaks in certainties and rewrites history in real time. We've had a rocky relationship with her for years, but we've kept it polite because my wife still wants our kid to know his grandma. The problem is she doesn't stay in the grandma lane. She oversteps in sneaky ways that sound helpful if you weren't there. For example, she'll tell my son, if you ever need a real grown-up, you call me, while looking directly at me. Or she'll say stuff like, I'm the only one who remembers your allergies, even though our kid doesn't have allergies. She also loves to make little announcements to other people. Last year at a school thing, she introduced herself to a parent as basically his second mom. Oh my God. And my son looked confused and did that little kid laugh like, what? I let it go because my wife asked me to, and I told myself it was harmless ego. This week at my son's school's open house, it's not a holiday or anything, just the evening where kids show their classroom and the teacher does a quick chat. My wife invited her mom because she said it would mean a lot to our son. Fine. We get there, it's crowded, kids everywhere, and my son runs off to show his desk. I'm standing with my wife and her mom is doing her usual scanning the room thing. A staff member, not the teacher, more like the front office type person, comes up and says, "Hi, are you his guardian?" and points to my son. Before I even answer, my mother-in-law smiles and goes, "Yes, I'm his guardian. I handle all the important stuff for him." Whoa, time out. Okay, we already have 2 flags here. Flag number 1, she claimed that your child has allergies your child doesn't have. What the fuck? 2, actually, there's 3. 2, she tells your son that if she ever needs to speak to a real adult while looking at you, the father, then telling your grandson or telling your son that he should go to her. Bullshit. And now she has identified herself as your son's guardian at his school. That implies a lot of legal ramifications, and she's full of shit. And so far, you're not the asshole. The staff member turns to me and my wife and goes, "Oh, okay, great." My wife looks at me like, please don't. But I felt my face get hot. I said calmly, but very clearly, "No, you're his grandmother. I'm his dad, and this is his mother." Her mom instantly does that wounded little laugh and says, "It's just a word. Don't be so touchy." The staff member looked awkward and excused herself. And then my mother-in-law starts hissing at me quietly, saying I embarrassed her and that I undermined her role. Her role is what? She's not the guardian. She's the grandmother. You mean the role she's put herself in? Yeah, definitely not the asshole so far. Your mother-in-law is crossing boundaries that are very inappropriate. She said that I embarrassed her and that I undermined her role, that I always have to make everything about control. My wife is now stressed, trying to herd our kid away from the hallway chaos, and her mom keeps following me like a ghost, whispering little speeches. I finally stopped near the book fair tables and said louder than I meant to, "You are not his guardian. Don't ever say that again to anyone. It's weird and it confuses people." A couple parents glanced over. She got teary immediately and said, "I'm trying to erase her," and that she only stepped up because someone has to. Oh, hell no. 1, trying to erase her? It sounds like that's what she was doing to you, so there's your little gaslighting plug. And then says, only stepped up because someone has to? She's basically just called you and your wife bad parents and says that she has to do it because you guys aren't. That's the message she just said with that statement. That part made me snap because it implied that we don't take care or step up for our son. I told her if she wants to be included, she can act like a normal grandparent and stop playing a martyr. She stormed out and later texted my wife that she feels unsafe around me now and won't do anything unless I apologize. Don't apologize then. That keeps her away, right? Because you owe her no apology. She went from gaslighting to now trying to implant little seeds in your wife's head because now she says she feels unsafe around you. Why? Because you cleared everything up with the truth without accosting her, according to your story, right? So no, definitely not. My wife says that she agrees her mom was out of line, but also says I picked the worst possible moment and made the night tense for our kid. Wrong. You did it at the perfect moment. You address it when it happens, not later on. And the fact that she said she was your son's guardian to the school, and let's not forget, people that work at a school are mandatory reporters. The way she was implying things, if any of those teachers just got a weird feeling about it, do you realize that they would have had to report you and your wife? Your mother-in-law was beyond out of line. Just saying. I think the worst moment was her claiming she's his guardian in front of the school staff like it's a casual title that she earned. Agreed. Well, I will tell you, OP, no, abso-freaking-lutely not. Your mother-in-law is so out of order. It's not even funny. I mean, she said that she has to step up because somebody has to, okay? You and your wife, apparently, she claims you're not. She said that she was his guardian. She said that you were undermining her role when you told her she's not the guardian. Like, all I hear from your mother-in-law is me, 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 me. Nothing about you. So no, you're not the asshole. And you should probably tell your wife that you addressed it as you would with any child that did something wrong in the moment. And no, you're not giving your mother-in-law an apology. You're not sorry for what you did, and you did nothing wrong. She was out of line. She owes you an apology. And honestly, with the claims she's making, I'd have a real hard time letting her around my child unsupervised. Because if she's saying that stuff in front of you, what kind of horrendous stuff is she saying when you're not there to hear it? Think about it.